Alright children, next that we have to take up are some special parallelograms. Okay, till now we were discussing some quadrilaterals. Parallelogram was the most special one. Now parallelogram further, there are some special kinds of parallelograms that we need to check next. Okay, so the first is a rhombus out here. Okay, so that's the figure of a rhombus here. What do you observe? All four sides equal. Okay, so a parallelogram in which the adjacent side also becomes equal. See, in parallelogram, opposite sides are already equal. You understand? Opposite sides in parallelogram, we say this is equal to this and this is equal to this. Now, if the adjacent next to each other also become equal, all four sides will become equal to each other. So that kind of parallelogram in which all four sides are equal is called a rhombus. Okay. So obviously, whatever other properties of a parallelogram will also be satisfied by a rhombus, because rhombus basically is a parallelogram. But there's one special property of rhombus that we have here. This one, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of one another. So that's your rhombus here. Means these diagonals are going to bisect. Bisect means dividing into two equal portions. All right. And they will also be perpendicular. This angle out here would be a 90 degrees angle. See in this figure. Clearly you can observe. Okay. So if A, B, C, D was a rhombus here. So they've shown you that diagonal BD has been divided into BO equal to OD. Likewise, AC divided to AO equal to OC. Okay. And this angle out here, this means all four angles out here will be 90 each. All right. So that was regarding a rhombus. Okay. Next is a rectangle. So rectangle is another parallelogram such that, or rather I should say, a parallelogram becomes a rectangle when each of its angle reduces to 90 degrees. Any one angle to 90, rest will automatically become 90. See, if this one angle is 90, then opposite angles are equal, so this will also be 90. Adjacent angles are supplementary, so 180 minus 90, even this will be 90, and then this opposite will be 90. So एक भी 90 का हो गया, तो all four angles become 90 each. So that parallelogram in which one angle is 90, or rather all four angles then are 90, is a rectangle. Okay. So now what is the important property of a rectangle? Must have been given somewhere here. Yes, here. Okay. So in a rectangle, the diagonals, besides being equal in length, bisect each other. Okay. So what is special in rectangle is the diagonals are equal. Here is the property actually. See this one. Okay, that's the property, special property of rectangle, that diagonals of rectangle are equal. Okay, underline all these properties, learn them properly, memorize them, and you will be using them here and there. Okay, so that was regarding a rectangle. And after that, the next special parallelogram is a square. Square is also a parallelogram. What kind of parallelogram? In which all four sides become equal and as well as all angles become equal. Means, or rather I can say, we studied rhombus in which all four sides were equal. We studied rectangle in which four angles were 90 each. So a combination of rectangle and rhombus together is a square. All four sides are also equal and all four angles are 90 each. Okay, so that is a square. That special kind of parallelogram is a square. So obviously the diagonals of a square will be perpendicular bisectors of each other, because as I told you ki rhombus square is also a rhombus. So rhombus ki property thi diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other, so will also be property of a square. And then rectangle ki thi ki diagonals are equal, so for square also the diagonals will be equal. I don't know, they've given it or I've missed it out, whatever. So just you have to basically understand square is actually combination of a rhombus and a rectangle. Okay, so read through all these properties, underline them, learn them, understand them, and then next turn I will move on to discussing questions from 3.4.